afternoon, morning, evening, however time it is for you. Welcome, my name is Stephanie and I'm here with Own Your Fitness, and we've got another Lagree inspired Pilates class today for you. We're going to focus mainly on the lower body, our glutes, our thighs, our legs and our thighs, and our core. So obliques, abs. We'll be using a little bit of upper body just for plank work. If you have any injuries or wrist injuries or anything, you can always come down to your elbows, which I'll be doing at some point. If you've never done this type of workout before, make sure you've been approved by your doctor. And if you've been doing this with me for a while, or you've been doing Lagree, you know that there's a slow 4 count for most of our moves. It's about 8 seconds in each direction. So you're going to aim to go slow and find that slow burn, the shake, and by the end you're going to try to find muscle failure. And remember never to push through any pain. You want to just feel the muscle that we're working. You want to be in touch with it. And it should feel good. So let's just get started here. Come down into a squat and grab onto your heavier resistance band. Just grab one of those bands. Oh yes, so grab a heavy band and a lighter band. Maybe one of those rubber ones, like a medium thickness one. And a set of sliders. If you don't have sliders, you can always just use towels on the floor. That works great. Otherwise, let's just come down into a squat here. Bring your feet about hip distance apart. Push your knees out a little bit and just drop your hip bones back and down. So create a crease in the hips. Push your knees out, lift and spread your toes, and then ground your feet into the floor. If you feel like reaching your arms forward and getting a little stretch here, feel free to go ahead. Hands can stay on your hips as well. Let's just do little tiny drops down an inch or two and then up an inch or two. Just waking everything up below the hips. Squeeze and rise. Good. Inhale down. Exhale, push into the floor. If you're not sure if your butt is turning on, bring your hands to the back of your butt cheeks and push your hips back and down. And then drive your heels into the floor and squeeze them back up. Let's try another 10 seconds here. Push. Drive those knees out. Good. Keep the core nice and tight. Shoulders back as well. Let's try another 5. Another 4. Another 3. Another 2. And then this time come all the way up. Reach your arms all the way up to the top. And then come back down into your squat. Gather some air. And then let's try it again, all the way up, reach. And then all the way down, push those knees apart. Good, reach all the way up. And all the way down. Good work. So just waking everything up now. If you want to go up and over to one side, just take a little side bend. And then back through center. And then up and over to the other side. One of my favorite ways to kind of warm up, especially to get into the breath. And then back. Let's try another 10 seconds. Keep driving those knees out to the side. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2. Come down into your squat. Let's try to pulse the knees in and out, little tiny pulses. Little tiny pulses. You should feel the outer thighs turn on here. Let's try for 15 more seconds. Try to push out and find some resistance, and then in and resist. Out and find resistance, in and resist. Let's go for 5. For 4, abs nice and tight here. 3, 2, good. Now hold it out as wide as you can. Stick your butt back an extra inch and pulse it in and out for 10. For 9, hello, good morning, glutes. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now shift your weight into your right leg. Tap your left foot out and in. Let's just wake up the outer thighs a little bit more. Let's just go for 15 seconds. Out and in. Out and in. Shifting the weight onto this right side. Very light on the left toes. Let's go for 7, 6, 5. We're going to go to the other side in 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Plant the left foot, shift your weight over to the left side. and just tap your right leg out. You're sitting into that low squat and in. All right, 20 seconds here. Now as you're kicking to the right, don't let that band collapse in. Push the knee out to the side and keep that left knee opening up. Let's try 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. We're gonna do lateral walks in 3, 2, 1. Last little warm up. Come down into a squat. Push your knees out and apart and start to step over to the left and drop it down. Step the right foot in an inch. And just keep walking over to one side of your mat while you push your knees apart. Every time you step, drop your hips a little bit. If you want to add a little hop in there, feel free to add a hop. And then start to walk back to the right. Good. Back to the right. This is not a speed game. You're going down and stepping. And in and down and stepping. Good. Let's try another 20 seconds. Optional hop or heel raise. Whatever works. Good. Let's try 10. And we're going to be back in the center of the mat. We're almost done here. For our warm up, just activating the glutes. Let's come back to the center in 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it here. Now I want you to just step your right leg back behind you. Make sure you got a little bit of space. And then drop the back knee down. Step it forward. And then switch sides. Opposite leg goes back. Drop it down. Up. You can be facing the long or short end of your mat. Wherever you got space. That's it. So we're doing a little step up here. Drop the back knee down. Step it forward. Back knee down. Step it forward. Let's try 15 more seconds. Down and up. Down at any point. If this is too much with the band, you can put a lighter one on, or you can just take off the band at any point while you listen to your body. You've got 5 more seconds. You've got 4 and 3 and 2 and 1 and amazing. Let's come down onto our stomach. Keep the band on. Place your palms out in front of you. Pull the legs slightly apart, but drive your pubic bone down into the floor. So you're really tucking the tail here. Straighten your legs. Tuck your chin once you've got a picture of what's happening. And we're going to lift the right foot off the floor and the left arm up. So get nice and long here. Hold it here for 10, 9, 8. This can be done without the band as well. So if this is too much, just take off the band. You got 4, 3, 2, switch. Left leg lifts. Right arm lifts. Hold here. Find that left glute. Tuck the chin if you can. You've got 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Take a moment. Right leg up. Left arm up. Hold it up nice and high for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a moment. Left leg up. Right arm up. Hold and breathe. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 1 more on each side, 2, 1 more on this right side. Lift that right leg up. Left arm up, hold nice and high for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last time on this left side, big breath in. Anchor the pubic bone, tuck the tail, left leg up, right arm up, hold. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. We're going to try both arms and legs in 3, 2, 1. Good. Take a moment. Shake off your hips if you need to. Ground the pubic bone and let your tailbone get longer down toward your heels. So there's a slight scooping forward of your pubic bone. You're going to drive it forward and up so the core turns on. You're going to lift both legs up. And if you can, you're going to lift both arms up. Let's hold it here for 8, 7, tuck the chin if you can. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly down. Take a breath. Let's do 3 more of those. Okay, so we're getting the whole back chain turning on in 3, 2, 1. Drive the pubic bone down and forward. Lift the legs up. Squeeze the glutes. Hold it up for 8, 7. You can keep the arms up or down. Totally up to you. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, take a break. In 5 seconds, we're gonna do our second last one. 3, 2, 1, draw the tailbone down, lift the legs, lift up, hold for 8, 7, keep getting longer in the legs, longer in the arm and neck, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, take a breath. All right, in 5, 4, we're gonna lift up, hold it, and do a couple pulses. In 3, 2, 1, pull that band apart, lift the legs, hold it up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, tiny little pulses from the glutes, up. Try not to hit the low back here, just squeeze your butt cheeks, lift a little higher for 8, 7, 6, 5, keep pulling that band apart, 4, 3, 2, now hold it up, tiny pulses out and in. Tiny pulses out and in with the legs. For 10, for 9, for 8, for 7, we're gonna do arms and legs, we're gonna swim kick in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, little flutter kicks, last 15 seconds here, stay with me, almost there. All right, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very good. Come up onto hands and knees. Take a little stretch if you need to. We're going to go into a little bird dog. And you're going to reach your right leg back and your left arm forward. Let's just hold this position. Lift the low belly up and in. Shift your body weight to the right. Reach your left arm forward. Hold it here. And then draw your right knee in toward that left elbow. Round your spine. Okay, so you're going to shift to the right side a little bit. That right shoulder blade stays off your back. And then you're going to kick the right leg back, squeeze that right glute. And then exhale. Draw it in. Inhale. Send it long. Good, hold it there for a second. Then bring it in, take your time. And exhale. Long. Let's try 10 more seconds. We're going to hold it out for our pulse. In 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, send it all the way out. Tiny little pulses up and down. 10. Keep the core nice and tight, nice and lifted for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come down to your elbows. And let's keep that right leg straight. You're going to tap it over to the right and then up and over to the left. So you're lifting that right leg up and over, tapping the side, lifting it up, and tapping the opposite side. Now, as you're doing this, I want your body to stay straight. Okay, so try keeping your body right in the center without moving the hips too much, just lifting that right leg up and making a rainbow. You are going to feel this in your left leg as well, your left glute. But let's focus on that right one for another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's find a bungee. Bring your right heel towards your butt cheek. Nice and tall between the shoulder blades. And let's pulse that right leg up and down and up and down. So you can go 4 counts up and then down with control. If you need to take a little moment, if this is too heavy, just slide the band a little closer to your knees so you can get a little lighter. All right, sorry, closer to your hips, we'll get a little bit lighter. Closer to your knees, we'll get a little heavier. So if you need to adjust or change your weight altogether or do it at body weight, that's totally fantastic as well. Good, going up and down. Remember to find that slow burn, that slow 4 count. We got 20 more seconds here. Squeeze that right glute at the top and then slowly lower it down. Let's pulse it up in 10 seconds. Tall between the shoulder blades, tall in the low back. You got 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it up at the top. Squeeze that right glute. Tiny little pulses with the heel. Go up, up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, side plank in 3, 2, left elbow down, right knee on top, side plank. Now I'm going to suggest that you try lifting that right leg up, and we're going to hold it, hit the outer glute here. Now if this is too much, just put your left hip down on the floor and lift the right leg up, but keep that left oblique and left rib cage up nice and high. Good, let's hold, point the right toe. If your hip is up off the floor, think of that left shoulder rolling back and connecting down through the forearm. Whew. Okay, just keep holding for 10, 9, 8, 7. If you need to bend the knee, that's fine as well. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Little pulses up and down. Good. We're going to lie on this left side in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Let's find a little clamshell. So bring your heels up in front of you a little bit. Heels touch. Your low back is flat. Okay, so we're not arching, we're not rounding in. Keep it nice and neutral. And then right knee is going to lift up off the floor. Your left knee is going to stay grounded against the floor. Okay, slowly close the right knee down for 4, 3, 2. I like to bring my hand behind my right hip and just imagine it was a wall. So you're kind of keeping the wall exactly where it is. You're not leaning back here, but you're just lifting that right knee up and squeezing the glute. If you're not feeling this in your butt on the top one, you might lift your foot up off of the opposite foot and just lift the entire knee up to the sky. Okay, so find the right point for your glute. Yes, you'll feel this on the bottom one. Yes, you'll feel this in that bottom oblique, especially if it's lifting off the floor. Whew. All right, 15 more seconds. Up for 4, 3, 2, 1, and then down for 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to hold it up in 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it right at the top here for 8. Think of squeezing that right cheek, 5, 4, 3, 2. Little pulses down an inch and then up an inch. Good, down an inch, up an inch. In 5, we're going to lift the whole knee and foot off the floor and do some internal rotation with that right thigh. In 3, 2, 1. Now see if you can get your right foot up off of the left one. Keep this position in the right hip and just turn that right knee down toward the floor. Your right heel is going to lift up. And then you do the opposite. Turn your knee up to the sky and your heel down. Good. If this is too much tension, just take off the band at any point, okay? Just listen to your body. It should feel doable. Rotate up, rotate down. So this should be a really good point where that right glute feels it. We've got 10 more seconds. We're going to flip onto our back and find a single leg bridge with this right side. In 5, in 4, in 3, last 2, and 1, and awesome. Okay, I'm going to keep my band on. At any point, it can come off. You're going to lift your hips up to the sky. Reach back towards your heels and just be able to touch them. And then roll your shoulder blades underneath you. Your chin lifts off your chest here. Dig into the heels and drag them back toward you. So drag them along the floor toward you. You feel your hamstrings and glutes turn on. Tuck your pelvis under so your bum reaches toward the back of your knees. And then now all the weight's going to come into your right foot. You can either just lift the left heel up or you can straighten that left leg out. So whatever you need to do, you can go light on the toes. Let's just hold it here and just find a nice contraction for that right butt cheek. Hold it here for 10, for 9, for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. We're going to go all the way down in 2, and 1. Go down for 4, for 3, for 2. Just gently touch the floor and then drive the heel down and up for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1, and then down for 4. Whatever you need to do with this left foot, do what you have to do, but focus on that right heel driving down and in. As you bring it up, tuck the tail and squeeze that right glute, and then go down. We got 30 more seconds. We're almost there. Take your time. Dig down. Find that good squeeze at the top. And then slowly lower. Good. All right, in 10 seconds, you're going to hold this up at the top. We're going to do a little pulse for that right glute. You've got 5, 4, 3, 2, lift it all the way, drive it in the floor, little pulses, down and up, down and up, for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, grab a slider in 1, and awesome. All right, let's take off the band. Let's get a little break from the band. Grab yourself a slider. We're going into a skater. So a light skater. You're gonna get your right foot on the mat, left foot is gonna come onto a slider, right foot on the mat. Come down into a squat and stick your bum back in space. So you're balancing on the right leg, your left heel's lifting up off the slider. We're gonna kick out with that left leg and then in with the left leg. That's it. Spread the right toes, sink back into that right hip, and just kick it out to the side. That's it. And then bring it back in. Now check in with your shoulder blades. Rock them together, pull the belly in and straighten your spine. As you're doing this, try not to put any weight on the slider. I want you to stick to that right side. So sliding in and out. That's it. Now I want you to think of reaching your right sit bone up and back, like you're trying to touch the chair that might be behind you, an imaginary chair. All right, 15 seconds. Going out, sliding in. Take your time. 10 seconds. We're going to hold this out. We're going to find a little rotation to the right side toward that right thigh. In 5, 4, 3, 2, hold the left leg out, pull the belly up and in. You can either reach your arms out to the side or by your temples and just start to rotate slowly to the right. So you're going to feel your right glute turn on here and then bring it back to center. Good, inhale, breath there, and then exhale to the right. Let's go for another 10, another 9. If your arms are out, you could reach down a little lower. Just keep that knee just pacing forward. You got 5, 4, 3, standing up for a side lunge in 2. Get nice and low at the bottom, and then press up for 8, 7. Just push your heel and big toe out of the floor. Come up to the top about 89% of the way, and then back down for 8, 7, 6. Draw your right sit bone back and down. Find almost 90 degrees if you can, and then press your whole foot into the floor. Think of driving the heel down through the floor. Good, squeeze at the top, and then down for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Pause and then dig down. And just feel that slow burn starting to build. All right, 15 more seconds. Breathe in. If you're holding any tension anywhere other than your glute and your thigh, just release it. Nice, ready to hold it down in 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it down nice and low, and then sink 1 inch deeper, pause, and then 1 inch higher, pause. Now as you're doing this pulse, pause at each point, engage the glute and come up 1 inch, engage it and go down 1 inch for another 5. Nice, 4, 3, 2, and now hold it here. Your left leg's gonna slide all the way around behind you, and then slide back to the left. So if you don't have that space, just come to the very bottom of your mat with your right foot there, and then you've got a whole bunch of space behind you. Just skate over to the right. So from the front, my foot is facing forward, I'm just sliding it over to the right, and I'm sliding it over to the left. Let's try another 10. Keep the spine straight. All right, in 5, 4, we're gonna go for a curtsy lunge. You're gonna keep it crossed over in 3, 2. Keep those inner thighs crossed over. Lift up the left heel and just drive that right heel down into the floor and come right up to the top. Good. Breathe in and then down for 4. Push that right sit bone right back behind you. The knee is facing the same direction as the middle of your foot. So don't let it slide in or out. Just keep pointing it forward and come up to the top and squeeze. Beautiful. And then down for 4. Down for 3. Abdominals engaged, shoulders back. 2. And 1. Press to the floor, come up for 8, 7, 6. Take your time. 5, 4, 3. If this is too much for your low back at all, just split the feet out. So now it's a normal lunge. Okay, so if this is too much, go to parallel with your feet. Otherwise, we've got 10 more seconds. Whew. Almost there. 5, 4. We're going to hold it down and find a carriage kick in 3, 2. Hold at the bottom. Drive that right hip back, and the left knee is going to go out to the side. So it's a bit more of a diamond shape. You're going to kick it out to the right, and then drive that left knee out. Good. Let's try for 10. One last pulse here. In 9, in 8, in 7, in 6, in 5, and 4, and 3. Keep that shape going. In 2, bring it halfway and lift the chest up a little bit, and let's go all the way down, and then all the way up. Breathe. All the way down. Dig into the floor. Drive that glute right down. All right, one last pulse here in 5. We're going to make it a little smaller in 4. Find that juicy spot in 3. In 2. Come down to the bottom. Tiny micro pulse. Last 10. Last 9. Last 8. And 7. And 6. 5. Find a plank with the left foot on the slider in 4. 3, 2, and 1, and amazing. All right, find the slider under that right foot. You're going to bring the left knee in, take it across. And that's going to be step 1. Left leg back, left leg in, take it across. Step 2, turn the right heel down to the floor, reach the right arm up, bring it back down, and kick it back. All right, step 3. You can take both feet onto the sliders and then pike your hips up on that left side. So if you want to make this super intense for that left oblique, both feet are on the slider, you're twisting, and that right hip is lifting all the way up above the left. If you need to be on your elbows or your knees, come right down. We got 15 more seconds. Pike. Or just use that one slider. You've got 10, 9, 8, 7. We're going to go back to our bird dog with that band around our thighs. You've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and nice. All right, let's go back to our obliques and our glute work. In 5, grab onto that heavy band. Try to take as little break as you need to, but grab a sip of water if you need. Come on to hands and knees in 3, 2, 1. Very nice. All right, find your tabletop. Take a second. Breathe if you need a couple times. Shake it off. Find that strong tabletop where the back is flat. The left leg is going to reach back. The right arm is going to reach forward. Hold it here for 10. For 9, keep lifting the lower belly. Keep lifting up between that left shoulder blade. 5, 4, neck nice and long. 3, 2, lift the core line, start to round the elbow in toward the knee. Draw it in, and then kick it straight back and reach it back. Good. Bring it in, round the spine. So a lot of our core today is mixed in with our glute work, just like this one. You keep lifting up the abs as you move. If you're on that left hand, grip your mat with your finger pads and push away from the floor. Good, 15 more seconds. Doing good. Reach it out. In 5. You're gonna hold it out in 4, 3, 2, tall between that left shoulder blade. Hold it here, little pulses up and down. 8, 7, 6. On the elbows in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come down to the elbows. Push up between those shoulder blades. Left leg's gonna stay lifted. You're gonna tap it over to the right. Lift it up and over to the left. So tapping left, lifting up, tapping right. Beautiful. Come up and over, and then up and back. All right. 15 more seconds just like this. Keep the hips nice and square. Lift the low belly and press through the floor with the forearms. We're going to find a bungee in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come down through center. Bend that left knee. Tuck your tail and go up to the top. And then down. You're going to feel this on the right glute quite a bit here. So ground the shin, push into the floor, squeeze that left glute right to the top, and then gently lower it down. Because we've already worked this right side, it has to work a little bit harder. It's a little unfair, but that's just the name of the game here. We got 2 legs. All right. Holding it up, pausing, and then lowering it down for 4. Let's go 20 more seconds. Take any breaks you need to. Shake it off. Reset your form. All right, we're going to pulse it up at the top in 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Lift it up right to the top. Find the shaky spot. Tiny pulses up and down. Last 10. 9, 8. You're going to find your side plank in 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whew. Okay. Right elbow down. Stack the knees and lift your hips up. Roll that right shoulder back. Feel the bottom oblique lifting up through the top one. If you need to be on the floor here, that's totally fine. Just draw your elbow in. And let's lift the left leg up or keep it bent. Whatever works for you. Let's just hold. All right. Broad across the shoulder blades, the collarbones. Right elbow, right forearms pushing into the floor. All right, we're going to keep holding for 15 seconds. If you need to drop the knee down, do it. We're just trying to keep a little tension on that left glute. The right one is going to feel it as well. Let's try 10, 9, 8. We're just going to lie down on this right side in 7, 6, clamshells in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Okay, take your feet up in front of you. Lift that right oblique up off the floor. Rest your head in your hands. Your heels are either going to be touching together if the band is heavy enough. Squeeze that left butt cheek as you lift the knee up for 4 seconds. And then come down for 4, 3. So your right knee is going to be pushing down into the floor to anchor the band. If the tension's not high enough, just lift the foot right up off the floor and then lower the whole shin down. If you want to hold the back of your left hip just to give your brain a little bit of reminder which muscle you're trying to activate, that left glute, just give it a little tap. Good. All right, let's try 20 seconds here. We're going to do a little pulse at the top. Take your time. Good. So those slow twitch fibers that we're trying to activate only turn on when you move super, super slow. And that's what gets you that really good burn, that good fatigue at the end, which is what we're going for. So remember, if you need to go faster, it's probably better to take a break and then go back to it. Ready to pulse in 5, 4, 3, lift it up nice and high in 2. Hold it here, a little bit down, a little bit up, a little bit down, a little bit up. Good. 6, 5. We're going to turn the knee in and out in 4, 3, 2. Last 20 seconds. Hold it up. Lift your foot up off the other and just rotate that left knee down to the floor. The heel goes up. So activating the outer left butt cheek, turn the heel down and knee up. Good. Just internal rotation, then external rotation for another 10. You're going to be on your back in 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, amazing. Flip onto your back here, last little push with the band on. You're gonna bring your feet a little close to you, shoulder blades press into the floor, tuck your pelvis under, find your core, and then lift your hips. So a slight push out of the band. You're gonna shift all your weight onto your left foot. Option 1 is just to lift up that right heel and get very light in the foot, just so you can support your hips. If you want to and you feel strong enough, you can lift that right leg up. Let's just hold it here for 10. Hip bones are nice and level, so keep them level, maybe even touch them. For 5, for 4, for 3, drive your left heel down into the floor in 2, and then go down for 4, down for 3, down for 2, and 1, dig right through the floor, come up for 4, for 3, for 2. If this is too much, always put that foot down or take the band off. Good, squeeze the glute, and then lower down for 4, for 3, for 2. Maintaining the tension, but you're still breathing, still breathing. As you come up, drive your heel down and pull it back toward you. So you're driving and almost sliding your heel in. That's it. Let's go for 15 more seconds. Down and up. All right, we're going to pulse it at the top. In 5, 4, 3. Lift it up as high as you can. Drive down to the floor. Go down an inch and then squeeze up an inch. Last 10 seconds. We're going to stand up with the slider without the band. We're going to go into our skater in 5, 4. Quick transition in 3, 2, 1. Whew. All right, take off the band, guys. Grab a slider, put it on the right foot. We're going to start in 5, 4, 3, 2. Right foot on the slider, left foot down on your mat. Lift up the right heel. You might just want to be at the bottom corner of the mat so you've got space behind you for the next move. And let's start to kick that right leg out to the side. Now you're here and you're sitting back into that left hip. All of the weight's going to be shifted over the left thigh. Okay? Check in with your core, check in with your spine. Think of getting taller and longer. And let's just slide that right leg in. And then slide the right leg up for 4, 3. Think of spreading your toes, grounding them on the floor, and shifting the weight mostly back into the heel. That's it. All right, we got 25 more seconds just like this. If you're feeling anything in your back, you can lift your chest up a little higher. Turn on the core a little bit more. All right, sliding in slow for another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, hold it out in 2. We're going to take those twists. Hold the right leg up, sit back into that left butt cheek a teeny bit more. Turn on the abs. Hands to temples or out to the side. And let's twist. We got 20 seconds here. Twist. Think of rotating around the spine. So the torso is doing the rotating, not your knee. Rotate the torso. Bring it back through center. Let's try another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. We're going to lunge in 2, 1. Come back to center. Get right to the bottom. Dig into the heel. Come up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Drive through the floor. Squeeze it right at the top. And then right back down. Shift your weight back for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Good. Keep going. We got 25 more seconds. Just breathe through. Keep that pace. Good. When you get to the bottom, pause there. Dig into the heel. We got 12 more seconds. We're going to stay at the bottom for a pulse, and we're going to slide this right leg behind us. Hold it down in 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Come right down to the bottom. Spine long here. Hold. Go back an inch lower. Pause. Dig through the heel, come up an inch higher, pause. Good, let's try 10. Down, 9, 8, 7. Ready to slide this right leg behind you. Make sure you got space behind you. 5, 4, 3, 2. Come right down to the bottom and just slide that right leg around. So you feel the inner thighs, squeeze them together, and then bring it right back. Notice how this shifts the weight into the left glute a bit more as you swing it back behind you. That's what you should feel here. All right, 10, 9. Keep that left knee pointing straight forward. Your body pointing straight forward, like nothing else is happening. In 5, we've got that curtsy lunge to finish this. 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep the right leg crossed behind you, and then press up through the heel and the big toe mound. Come up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. So from the front again, your left foot's just facing forward, the right foot's crossed behind you, and you're sitting straight back with that left hip. If this is too much again, just take your feet to parallel and find yourself a normal elevator lunge. All right? Here we go. 40 seconds. Coming down, pushing to rise. We're very close to the end of our workout, so stay strong, stay strong. All right, 20 more seconds, just lunging. We're gonna do some of those diamond carriage kicks where the knee goes out to the side of it, and our final little split lunges. You've got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, hold it down in 3, take a big breath in, 2, 1, here we go. Come down to the bottom, hold it, and just drive that right knee out. So from the front, looks like I'm making a froggy leg. You're going out and left. That's it. Out and left. For 10, for 9, for 8, for 7, for 6, we've got those split lunges, and our last pulse. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Split lunge. Cross the leg over a little bit. Go all the way down. Push down through the floor. Activate that left glute and squeeze it. Whew. Okay, 10 more seconds. Take your time. Take your time. This is where it counts. All right, final pulse. In 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, come down to the shaky spot in 2, hold it there, tiny micro pulse, last 10, squeeze, 9, 8, find that plank in 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, plank in 2, 1, woo. All right, keep that right foot on the slider here, guys. Find your plank. You're gonna bring that right foot in. You're gonna kick it across to the left. You're gonna slide it back. All right, take your time here. So if you want to go next level, bring that knee in, kick it across, and just lift the left arm up. If you want to take it to the third level, you can stay on your hands if you'd like to. I'm going to come to my elbows. Both feet are going to come on the slider. You're going to drop your hips to the right, and you're going to pike it up. That's it. Pike it down. Exhale, lift. We got 25 more seconds. We're going to stay in a plank. Good. Exhale, lift. If you have one slider, and this is working for you, keep the one slider. If you need both sliders, for the next move, we're going to do a bear. That's it. Last 10, 9, 8, 7. Grab the other slider if you need to. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you need both sliders, grab them. If you're happy on one slider with both feet, beautiful. I'm going to stay on my elbows, but you can come to your hands if you need to. Let's just drive the knees in and out. So finding this low bear or high bear. If you have two sliders and it's too hard to bring the feet in at the same time, just bring one knee in and you're going to be doing a mountain climber and then the other knee in. So you kind of get to choose here for the last minute of class what you want to do. If you want to try a full pike, you want to play around a little bit, just figure out how slow can you move? How controlled can you stay? Awesome. Let's try 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's continue that plank to pike on our back. Last move, if you want to grab onto a band, feel free to grab onto a band and put it around your feet. All right, here we go. Plank to pike on your back. Final minute. Arms to the sky, low back rounds on the floor. Push that band slightly apart. Lower the legs. Reach the arms behind you. Hold it there for a second. Feel your low belly button pull down to the floor. And then exhale, lift. Let's see if we can get the shoulder blades off the floor and reach to the toes. Good. Inhale, lower the legs for 4. Abs are in for 3. For 2. If you need to bend your knees, please do bend your knees. And then drive them in. So if you're needing to do a bear, extend the legs out. And then draw them in. If you can go for that pike, we got 30 more seconds. Whew. Now if you have the band around your feet, and you want to add a couple of outer thighs here just for fun. Yep. And then bring it back up. That could feel really good. If it doesn't feel really good, just skip it. 20 seconds to go. Find that slow burn, that slow shake. All right, final pulses in 10 seconds. You've got this. Bring your mind back in. Bring your breath back in. All right, pulsing in 5, 4, 3. Lift the shoulder blades off the floor. Reach it up to the top. Tiny pulses, squeeze the abs. Last 10, 9, 8. Really get there. Last 7. Burn out those abs. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome job, guys. All right, take your feet to the floor. Take the band off and just let your knees drop from side to side. Hold it there for as long as you want to. If you just want to windshield wipe the knees, you can windshield wipe them. Take a breath or two on one side. And then either go back and forth, or if you just like staying in one spot, that's a great place to stay. All right, so that was our ass and abs class. A lot of our core was done with our lower body work today, so I hope you enjoyed that. Good, take another few breaths, just releasing the lower back. When we do that heavy band work, sometimes it can turn on the back, so if that's happening to you, just release it and breathe. Let's take our knees to our chest, hug them in, massage your back on the floor. Good, just make some little circles with your knees around in one direction. And go the other way. Just getting a good massage in there. Good. Lift your legs up to the sky. You can hold the back of your legs. You can hold onto your knees, calves, or toes. Just find a nice hamstring stretch. Maybe pointing and flexing the feet. But if you're really flexible, you could just grab onto your feet. You can reach in your tailbone and hips down on the floor so you can get a really good hamstring stretch here. Notice where you're tight. If you want to continue this in a little bit more of a plow pose and just let your feet come up overhead, just take a breath or two here. If that doesn't work, maybe just find a happy baby and just bend the knees up to the side. Slow down your breathing. Always thanking yourself for showing up for yourself. Okay, let's cross the right ankle over the left thigh. Flex the foot, you can reach through, or you can just hold on to the knee. So with the ankle really flexed, draw that knee away from you a little bit, and just find a little juicy spot where we feel a little bit of work happen today. See if you can just breathe into it. That's it. Take another breath or two if you need it. And then gently switch your legs, cross the opposite foot over, flex the foot. Just notice if this side feels a little tighter or a little easier for you. Just bring it into your awareness. Let it go without judgment. That's it. Take another breath if you need it. And let's reach the arms up overhead, the legs long. Take a nice arch in your back. Turning it longer on one side of your body, so going into a bit of a banana shape on one side. So taking a nice side bend from all the way from your ankle all the way up to your wrist. Breathing into the ribs, and then going over to the other side, banana shape the other way. Amazing. Flip onto your stomach. Take a little cobra or an upward facing dog. Place the palms on either side of your chest. Roll your shoulder blades up, tuck your tail, and gently roll your chest forward. The hips can stay down or they can come up off the floor if you want. Pull the belly in and just open your shoulders. Any movements here that feel good, feel free to go into them. And then let's push back into a child's pose. Just stretching out the back a little. I like my knees together, especially if you're stretching across the low back, but you can bring them wide if you want. All right, slowly sit up. Roll your shoulders out a couple times. Release the neck here from some of those planks. And then go the other way. Good, let's interlace the fingers, flip the palms forward, round the spine. And final stretch, come up onto the knees, reach the arms up, take a nice little arch in your back. And release. Awesome work, job, and awesome job today. Take some water, fuel yourself up with some good nutrients, maybe a smoothie with some protein or BCAAs in there. Have a really fantastic rest of your day. If you need to keep stretching, feel free to keep stretching. And again, this is Stef signing off from Own Your Wellness, Own Your Fitness, and I hope you guys have a good day, and we'll see you soon.